All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Episode 8. Get it together, girl. I find myself saying that a lot now. I'm like, you got to get it together. Sometimes to myself, sometimes to others. It really
Most
depends.
times. Most times to myself.
Get it together, girl.
Oh.
So, do we have any updates or any little things we want to share?
I got my ordained minister's license. I carried it in my wallet just in case.
The
I have
actual
to.
card.
Mm-hmm. It's black with gold on it.
It's very fancy. You showed me a few
Mm-hmm.
days ago. I was like, oh wow,
So
look at this.
I carried it in my wallet next to my Metro card. You never know.
You never know. What if there's a ministry emergency?
They're like, hey, instead of we need a doctor here, we need an ordained minister. I was like, oh,
Is there an
right
ordained
here.
minister in the house?
Me. Thank you so much.
Do you think like if you were getting a ticket, you could use the card and be like, actually, I'm an ordained minister.
I'm so sorry, Officer Sanchez. You can't really arrest me.
No, you can't.
I'm a man of the cloth.
So it's like illegal under God.
Yikes.
So
Sorry.
sorry about it. You should try it if you're in this situation. Wait a minute. I got something here.
Show me your driver's license. No, but I'm gonna show you my God license.
Minister Crystal Ramirez at your service. I kind of want to get one now too. I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I feel like what if it's like a we offer like a 2 for 1.
What would be the 2 for 1?
What if they were twins and you know how twins are and they're like, we're getting married on the same day.
They get married on the same day at the same place.
Yeah, but they would what if they wanted different, you
It
know,
wouldn't.
different you never know. Look, it could happen. I'm just saying. Twins twins are I don't know if they listen, but my college roommate, her and her twin sister, it was so funny. They were both pregnant at the same time, like by coincidence. So
Sure.
crazy.
By coincidence. It was a coincidence.
Well, I think the one sister, she had already had a baby. This was her second baby, but my roommate, this was like her first baby, but they were pregnant at the same time. I was like, oh my God, look at that.
That's like those TikTokers, the Nene twins. One
Mm-hmm.
had a baby already, and now they're both pregnant. They're like 2 weeks apart.
Mm-hmm.
So, sure. By uh-huh. Sure.
It's that twin telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, on my end, I got some mystery cookies.
You did.
I want to make the announcement here because I feel like I mentioned it on Instagram and Facebook. If you sent me red heart-shaped shortbread cookies with a Y heart U in the middle of them, please let me know. When I first got them, I didn't know what they were, and then I realized they were cookies, and then I immediately had one and gave some to some of my coworkers. And then immediately after, I was like, "Oh my God, I just ate a cookie, and I don't even know who sent it to me." So then I spent the night Googling, how do I know if I was poisoned?
Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he's like, "Wow, yeah, like you don't even know what's in it." And I was like, "Word!" Like I was like, "Oh my God, am I poisoned?" And my other coworker was like, "Why would your mind even go there?"
Because
I'm like, "Because you don't know. What if it's an enemy?" Like, I'm sorry, but whoever sent these cookies, they were like pretty dry. I mean, I'm gonna assume it's because it was like you sent it during this heat wave and it came in the mail. So who knows how long it was like sitting in the truck or whatever, but a couple of my coworkers had them and they didn't like them. They like spit them back out. And I was like, I don't know if this person loves me or hates me.
I feel like because it was such a deep red and then the paint was such a deep black that like
Yes.
the taste of the dye is probably like also dried
Yeah.
it up. Also, did you call the company that the cookies were from?
I didn't. I stupidly threw the box away and I forgot to save it. And as soon as I got home from work, I was almost like, oh my gosh, should I go back and try to find the box? And I was like, it's too late. It's gone. I was tired. I was there all day. And it wasn't until I got home that I didn't have a lot to do that I started being like, I have to know who sent these. And I'm Googling like received cookies, don't know where they're from. How can I find out? I don't know. It's a mystery.
It's gonna
I
remain a mystery.
I don't know. I have like a hunch who it could be, but I don't know.
I don't I don't like where I feel like this hunch is going.
I mean, I
I don't
haven't spoken to this person. It's an ex, basically. I haven't spoken to him though, so I have no idea. But you know what's annoying though? Like I'll ask people, and then like people will be like, "Yeah, it was me," and I'm like, "Really?" Like, no, I'm just joking.
jerks. Um I told you that it's similar to a mystery that I have.
Hmm.
That my daughter she received an Amazon box, and it had a Minecraft activity book with a bunch of stickers and then like a packet of Minecraft stickers. And I just know that it said Amazon and it had her name on it. There was nothing else in the box, so I assumed that it was from my brother in Indiana. And because he was like, "Oh, doesn't she still like Minecraft and Roblox?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Great." I was like, "Okay." So he probably just like I was like, "Oh, he probably like sent this to her because there was no
Hmm.
like there's no like little gift receipt that says happy birthday, which would be on brand for him. He just sent
Right.
it." So I was
Right.
like, "Okay, so it's probably for my brother." And so the other day he was like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna send her a present." I was like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Wait, back up, back up, back up, back up.
You said that.
Did you not send her this Minecraft activity book and stickers?" She's like, "No." And I was like, "Well, whoever sent that to her, thank you."
This happened to you before with Amina. Remember you got that weird doll?
Oh no, but then I found out who it was.
Right, but that was like a days long search.
It was like a few hours.
I'm saying a whole day.
I found it at night, and then like a few hours later,
It
my
was
brother
a
and his fiance used the ghost detector thing to see if there was because the box when we got home, the
yeah.
box looked like someone stepped on it. And so then when we opened the box, it was just that doll. And then
It was a
like
weird doll,
it was the doll from Prince of Egypt. It was Moses' wife.
but it was like from
Prince of Egypt.
no, but like the website, like they ordered it from like it wasn't eBay, but it was like
Oh, Makari.
yeah. So it was like not it was like old. So it was like who purposely
I
searched out this doll?
So here's the thing, right? And this is why I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed in you, but I thought I taught you better.
I
You saw what I
know.
went through.
I
I
know.
found a website. I went to
I
the app. I found
know.
the person on Facebook.
I remember doing it with you. And I there I was, threw the fucking box away with my staff. He was like, "Oh my God, we got to find out who did it." I'm like, "Yeah, we do." Glunk, threw the box in the garbage, never to be seen. I feel like there's probably a way. Maybe if I like contact FedEx to find out like
But if it was a FedEx box, then yeah, maybe.
and like who delivered stuff to Coney Island YMCA.
It has to be someone who, yeah, it has to be someone who knows that you work there.
It seems like it could be him, but I don't know. Because then part of me also feels like they looked like when I worked in marketing, like the stuff that you would get from like networks that would often come in like unmarked boxes with like no note or anything. And it would be like generic weird things like that. And I was like,
So
who
it
would send me
specifically said your
that?
name.
It had the label just said my name, my job, and then that was it. And then like label where it was from. It didn't have like a company name. It was like from California or something. And there was no name, no note, no anything in it. I don't know.
I'll look it up later. We're gonna find something.
We're gonna
We're
figure it
gonna
out.
Scooby Doo the shit out of this.
Help me out, guys. Help
So
me
either
out.
tell us who it is, or don't make me find you, because I'm not in the mood. You know what my friend told me the other
It's
day?
too hot.
It's not even that. My friend told me the other day, she's
Okay.
like, do you have, are you okay? Because I feel like ever since you cut your hair, your patience has dwindled. I'm like, you're probably right.
The patience was in your hair,
The patience was in my hair.
and now it's gone.
It's gone. It's
That's how it
gone.
is. You have short hair. You're like, I don't have time for this. I came in today and I was like, it's too hot, guys. I, I don't want any problems today. No bad news. No one's getting his cell phone stolen. No one's getting cursed out. No one's getting into a fight. That's always my list of the day. This is not going to happen. I'm rebuking that energy.
You should have like one of those things where it says like number of days since last accident.
Yes. Number of days since someone was cursed out. Number of days since there was a fight. Number of days since the cell phone was stolen. That will have to be a private one in my office. But those, listen, please lock up your belongings if you go somewhere, particularly a gym. That's what the lockers are there for. I mean, right? Am I tripping?
I mean,
Would you ever go
yes.
somewhere and leave your like $1,400 phone out on the floor
Like
and just like leave
naked
it?
on the floor, like not even in my
Yes.
bag.
Right.
Like
Just
just
like raw out in the open and just leave it unattended.
if I was a teenager, probably because I at that point I had no concept of the
Right.
value
And
of
that's who's
things.
doing it. It's the teens. These damn teens.
Because remember, when we were in high school, our cell phones were bricks,
Had my little, it
and
was like a little Nokia brick.
they were like they cost what one semester at a community college would cost.
Oh, barely. I feel like it was like $70.
Cell phones back in our day were, what did my mom say the other day?
I
She's
don't
like,
know.
they're not a luxury anymore. They're a necessity. So the prices have gone down. I was like, but they're still fucking expensive.
Nah, so like a smartphone, like you can get like a little jitterbug or whatever the fuck.
Now, but I'm saying when we were in high school, they were expensive because they
I
were a
mean, I
novelty.
guess 20 years, 20 years ago.
Yeah, it hurts me every time I
Ugh.
think about it.
Uh, yeah. I don't know. I cannot recall what my mother paid for that Nokia phone. I have no idea.
Don't ask her. She's not going to remember either.
Remember the Nokias and you used to be able to take the plastic off and put a different one on? Like I had like a blue clear one. Do you remember doing that?
We loved to customize shit back in the day.
Bitch, we were out here playing Snake, doing whatever.
Mm, anxiety inducing snake. Don't hit the
Brick
wall.
breaker,
Mm-mm.
living life with
Solitaire.
little clear phones. Then you had to be like, actually, can you call me after 8? Because I don't have any more anytime minutes.
Oh, you had 8. Mine was 9.
I don't remember what it was, but it was the evening. It was like you had to call after a certain hour.
Mm-hmm. And you had to really mean that text message because you had to repeatedly press the button to get that letter that you needed.
SHUT.
uh,
Mm,
they don't know how good they have it now.
they don't. I tell them all the time, like, you little whippersnappers don't even know. You don't even know. I, all the time I have to like write in people's birthdays and stuff. And today I was like a kid born in like 2014.
Shut up.
2014? Go back to the womb. You're not. It's too fresh.
It's like my daughter.
Yeah. And I told you half the kids that I work with are born after 9/11.
Two,
I'm like
2000 and 2000 and
2000 and so you mean you never walked up to the gate of an airport to pick someone up to meet your aunt? Flying in from Texas? You never experienced that? Don't talk to me.
Mm, 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 mm.
Walking up to the gate at LaGuardia?
You never experienced your parents telling you to stay outside, but stay in front and play outside. Play outside with your friends.
Stay outside.
There's like this, okay, well, there's like this meme. Oh no, it's gone now. Where it was like, um, get you a, where is it? I'll
Mm-mm.
find it later. But it was like, get you a something. Oh wait, hold on. I found it. I
Get
found it.
you
I
was
found it.
something.
If you want to be happy, get an old person from 1990 to 1999 and settle down. Those people are tired. So someone said,
Oh, I did see this.
he's like, if those from 1990 to 1999 are considered as old people, what does that make those born between 1980 and 1989?
Hmm.
You mean the ancestors?
That's what they said. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because I'm wise.
You're, and I'm whizzing.
I'm wise. I'm out here
I'm
making proper
whizzing.
decisions. I like I'm gonna say this because I just it's something only and then we'll jump into our topics because some of the kids that I work with, they're teens, 19, 20, 21. And one of them was looking for gum today. She's like, "Do you have gum?" And the other girl was like, "I don't have any gum, but you know what you can do if you like do this, like and pretend you're chewing, then you're gonna think you're really chewing gum." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm just gonna give you some gum." And the other girl tried it. She's like, "I don't think.
You see my
Are we
face, right?
okay?"
You see my face, right? Okay, great.
I was like, "What?" They're cracking up. I was like, "Where did I don't know."
Is it crack? Is it drugs that you're on?
No, it's just teens being teens.
I was gonna say like we weren't that, but then there was a kid in our
No,
school who was setting off fart bombs for fun
kids being kids,
and recording bum fights on the train. So can't say anything. If you're
bum
listening to
fights.
this, homie, I miss you. Not the setting the fart bombs and the bum
No,
fights, but
no.
you were aside from that, you were cool. Last time I saw him, he was a conductor on the two train.
Look at him now,
Look at him now.
conducting the train that he was causing chaos on.
Full circle. Umta. Now he has to
Well,
deal with the high school kid with the bum
yes,
fights.
yes, and Kevin was showing me the other day.
Hey Kevin.
Apparently, people like to have fake wrestling matches on the train. What train do you think that would be? If people are having fake fights on a train, like WWE style wrestling, what train is this happening on?
The D train?
Close.
The F train?
It's the A train, girl. This is classic A train behavior. I knew it immediately. The A train is fucking rowdy. I've taken, I think, every single train, A to the Z train. The A train, you almost always will witness a fight on the A train. I don't
You
know what
know,
it is.
you know what it is because most of those stations are hot.
It's they're hot and the trains are really old and like people have already been sitting on this fucking train for an hour and a half coming from JFK. So people are just like, I'm ready to go.
And it's like either you're going to JFK or you're going to Rockaway.
You better not say
Make
shit
sure,
to me
better make
because
sure
I'm
you're
gonna
on the right
while
train.
out.
You better make sure you're on the right train too. Because if you talking shit to me and I'm on the Rockaway train by accident, we're
Nope.
fighting the whole
Nope.
way to the last stop and back.
So speaking of fighting, let's get into our first topic.
Okay.
Has the world gone mad? Has it? I came up with this topic because I feel like everybody is just crazy. We're having a heat wave here in New York
Mm-hmm.
City. We're all traumatized living through 2+ years. of a pandemic that people are convinced is over. It's not over yet. It's not over. People
It's
still
never
out
gonna
here
be over.
getting sick. Um, we got Deezus and Mero broke up.
Mm-hmm. I know that you
What's
felt.
going on right now? World is burning. It's fires in Europe. It's about 110 degrees in Dallas right now.
Well, I mean, that is the portal to hell.
I mean, well, can't say we didn't warn them. But right, do you feel like people have just been,
Walling out
yeah,
more than usual.
more than usual?
Um, yeah, I think it's like, well, like you said, like it's like the whole like we don't. What did Beyonce say? You you forget how to act outside. You're not that outside. Like
Mm,
we forgot what it is to be. I was talking about that. Well, I wasn't talking about it, but they were talking about it at work. They were like how the 2+ years of like being remote or being at home or being hybrid, it's like we forgot how to interact with each other. And
hmm.
so it's like shake hands, fist bump. No, it we don't know what to do. And I feel like some of us have just like gone stir crazy or have whatever has been going on, the global trauma, because it's a global trauma,
It's a global trauma.
has turned on or turned off something where it's like this is not civilized behavior, but then what is civilization now? You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
great point.
so it's like what are the rules? Because what is this world we're living in?
I
The old
don't
rules don't
know.
apply.
I'm almost thinking like, do you remember in Ghostbusters 1
Mm-hmm.
when it just was like these like ghouls were just taking over the city?
Yes.
I feel like it's like that. Something has come upon us and we're just out here and don't know what to do. I feel like people forgot how to act and now they're just out here like, oh, I you mean I shouldn't yell at this cashier at Target?
What's
But
the
she
name
won't
of
take my coupon. What else
what's
is
it?
the response?
What is the name of the evil villain from Ghostbusters again? Zool.
Oh, that was in the second one. Zool. Oh no, no,
Zool's
no,
in the
that was the
second
first
one.
one. That was the first one. That was the first
Yeah.
one. Ivan the terrible or whatever. The
Evan the Terrible,
painting.
I think was, yeah.
Wasn't
There's
the painting
no
one in the second one?
what was Sigourney?
Zool. Yeah.
There is no what is Sigourney Weaver's name in that movie?
Yeah. Hold on. Dana Barrett.
Well, what is it? There is no blank, only Zool.
There's what is it? There's no Dana. Only Zool. It's like,
Why
oh
do you
no,
why do you sound like Gollum?
her little voice.
Yes, that's what it is. Zool has taken over. Like um, I just feel like it's it's already been crazy, but like the pandemic, it's like we've all been in the boiling pot, ready to,
Mm,
and the
that
pandemic and the heat are just like, all right, we're gonna boil over now because clearly everything must be, me, I burn everything down and start anew like a phoenix.
I agree.
Um,
I don't believe in capitalism.
and I blame everything on the patriarchy. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, yeah, I want to say yes, but also no. I don't blame the heat. I just feel like the heat is just, it's not the reason why people are going crazy. It's just highlighting it.
Just adding to it. Mm. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think I don't know. It's sort of like we're now out here back in the world, working our jobs. Some of us are in the office again, and it's sort of like nothing happens. People out here, no more masks, no more anything. There was just a kid like earlier today. I saw a kid just like open coughing, just like a inside. I was just like, ugh. I cannot. We've come
No,
too far. This
no,
should just
no,
be unacceptable behavior forever.
no. I just feel like it is. The rules don't apply. I've said this before. I said this. I just said this. The rules don't apply anymore, and we don't know what the rules are, and so everyone is just making shit up as they go along.
That is life, making shit up as you go. I've learned that. You always
Someone said
think someone knows, but
no one really knows.
nobody actually really knows what they're doing.
But in my ministry, I've been saying that in my ministry,
In the Church of
um,
Crystal.
Church of Crystal, uh, I something's gonna happen. There's gonna be a boiling point, and I watch a lot of so my brother's into conspiracy theories, and
Mm.
I'm into like timeline theories, and so
Multiverse. Where are
the
we?
multiverse of madness. And I just feel like they were like okay, so like the other day they were talking about the collider at CERN and how the last time they turned it on was in 2012 and 2019, and after they turned it on crazy shit started happening, and so they turned it on again at the beginning of this month,
Mhm.
and so people are like, oh my god, let's pay attention to what's going on because we could be shifting timelines, crazy shit's about to happen because it's a particle accelerator. And I'm into like astronomy, astrology, a touch of astrophysics, because I like to be well rounded. And so that's very fascinating, like what they're trying to prove with the particle accelerator. And it's also
Hmm.
fascinating that people are like, this explains why so much craziness. So if I have to pick a theory as to why people are going batshit crazy, it's because they turned on the hydro, the not hydro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My brothers, please don't send me the text message where you're correcting
Jose,
me.
George, don't be annoying like that and be like, actually, you
It's
you
just
guys don't know what you're
actually, you
talking
know
about.
what? Christian, you're the only one who can correct me. He's the only one that can correct me on this. Hold on, now I gotta go look it up because I don't want neither one of them to tell me now that I think about it.
Come on, Crystal, that's not what it's called.
You know better.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that because I feel like we were living great up until like 2009. Like I feel like in 2008 we were partying, we were listening to Flow Rida. Remember that? Apple bottom
Apple.
jeans, boots with the fur. Like it was a fucking party. Like I tell people what life was like before the recession. Like it was great, and then it wasn't.
Ah, see? The Large Hadron Collider. That's why I kept saying hydrogen. Hadron.
Mm-hmm.
At CERN.
Is that the name of it?
The Large Hadron Collider. It's the where it's housed is CERN in Switzerland.
Ah,
So it's
I see.
it's the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator. And yeah, it likes to smash particles at high velocities, and they want to prove the Big Bang theory. Not prove it, but like show me the Big Bang theory. Show me how black holes are created. Show me how galaxies are created. And yeah, it's a lot of sciencey stuff.
That's great. Can they just like cure COVID and like cancer and AIDS and stuff and
No, we have to figure out how the Big Bang started, and
just
then
monkeypox?
and only then. So
I feel like that probably answers a lot of the questions because it just feels like, 2016, things have been downhill. Things have not been great since 2016. I don't know what happened, but it's been a never ending downward spiral.
someone pointed out the whole 2012 thing, like how the Mayan calendar said
Mm-hmm.
2012 was the end.
Mm-hmm.
We also
Mm-hmm.
had a movie with John Cusack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so they're like, if you really think about it, they don't all sound like this, but some of them do. If you really think about it, after 2012, if you look at the world, what happened afterwards, It explains a lot because maybe the world did end and we just all shifted to a new timeline. And
Nah, because
that's why
Obama was reelected.
some of us are. But that's the thing. Think about it. Think about it. They reelected a black president twice on purpose. Oh, okay.
Things were great. Gas was low. We were like, remember, we were all wearing Chevron and listening to Katy Perry. You
Were
were
we?
wearing,
Was I
weren't
wearing?
we? Were you wearing
I.
Chevron, or you had some type of Chevron pattern? We all did.
What the fuck is Chevron?
Yeah, it's like the V pattern. You know what I'm talking. It was like on everything, guys. Am I crazy? You know what I'm talking about.
No, I believe you that that was the pattern du jour of that year. I don't remember wearing it. Now, Katy Perry,
It was
MySpace.
like, can you see? It was like,
Ah ah
it
ah
was
ah
like that
ah
type of
ah
stuff.
ah ah. Yes, I just recently threw out a skirt that I wore like once maybe.
Yeah, see, like we all had like a rug like this in college, like a towel, bed
Wallpaper,
sheets. We had
wallpaper.
like our going out shirt, the going out blouse, and it was probably. But we're gonna say that the particle
Accelerator
accelerator
at
has been
CERN.
causing this. Um, I don't know. It feels like at my job we're having like one fight a week, and I want this to stop. I want people to come in and act right, and I want politicians to stop making crazy laws banning abortion, and now they're saying that what is the new thing, men are going to have to pay child support once they like ejaculate into a woman. What is going on?
Gross. Oh, yes.
You can you yeah we're still gonna we're gonna disavow this Bronx energy because I just don't. No, thank you. Like, what happened? There was something that happened, and I was like, I know that was the Bronx. Oh, this the van that fell in the sinkhole.
I mean,
Where else was that gonna happen?
the Bronx is the only borough that's actually attached to mainland United States. So
There you go. It's a whole problem.
that's the whole
That's
issue.
the whole issue.
You're attached.
We're out here living island life.
This is true. Well, Brooklyn's not really an island.
Well, whatever.
I remember
We can pretend.
my mom and my stepdad got into a big debate about that.
Is Brooklyn an island? Maybe.
I was like, an island is surrounded by water on all sides. Brooklyn is on Long Island. Long Island is not even an island. Long Island is a peninsula.
Wow. Out here learning geography. Peninsula. I remember when I was in school and they taught us that word, and I was like, oof, I'm never going to understand this. You ever just come across something and you're like, I'm sorry, teacher, but that is never going to stay in here. So, with that said, I think we'll move on to our second topic.
Yes.
This was something that I was also talking about with Kevin. Um,
So what I'm hearing is that if ever I need to be out, Kevin's gonna come and take over.
yeah, he could jump on in.
He could try. I'm still upset about the last time with the wrestler name and the sound effects.
I brought it up again to him when we were working out. He's like, I don't get what's the problem? Black Falcon. And then he was like, caw, like made like the sound that ah. He's like, that's my sound effect. What's wrong? It's cool.
Is it? Is it Kevin? We still need to talk.
I'm like, she wanted to know why. He's like, what do you mean? Black
You,
Falcon.
you see how he didn't explain? Okay.
Well, anywho's it. Uh we were talking about, he talks about different things on his TikTok, relationship things, and always tries to come up with a different question. And so I was like, what about being friends with an ex? Thus the name of our topic, Case of the Ex.
What you gonna do when you can't say no when you're feeling like a girl?
Okay. Because I feel like you've been in this situation fairly often,
all the time.
where either you remain friends
Or
with your
friendly.
friend's ex or a family member's ex, or even like the sibling of an ex. Like some people feel like that's a no, some people don't care. What's that about?
So as a person who's as you mentioned, I dibble and dabble in that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, and I was thinking about that. For me, it's like I don't. So like, okay. So let's say that the the all four of my brothers have an ex that I was cool with at one point. Like, as friendly as one can be with their siblings' significant other. And to varying degrees, I was cooler with some than I was with others, depending on how close I was to that brother. And they all broke up with these women, and the varying degrees of friendliness still remained. So, like, the brother that I don't really talk to, I was cool with his then girlfriend because I went to go visit him one time, and we followed each other. I spent like the afternoon with them. We followed each other on social media. I was still friends with both of them when they moved to Cali, and then they broke up. And then I was still friends with her on social media, and then we just we stopped talking. Like I would like she'd post something, I'd be like, "Oh, that's so cute," da 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 da. And she was kind of still on good terms with my brother. And I guess like after their dog died, they kind of had no reason to talk to each other anymore. My two older brothers, um, like I'm still friendly, like with my niece's mom. I'm still friendly with my nephew's mom. Um, my sister's ex, I avoid him because
Avoid these men.
I just not like I avoid him because he did something to me or he did like their 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 separation was completely amicable from what I understand. He was a cool person, but like for me I just like um and then my younger brother, like I'm still cool subjective. I'm still cool with his ex. Like she'll post something and I'll be like, oh my god, because she
Mm.
travels a lot. So I'll be like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, how was it there? Because I want to travel. That's one of my goals in life is to travel. And she's traveled a lot, but like I know that there's certain things that I can't. Like I know not to talk to any of them about my brothers. Don't give them any kind of updates. Um, like because there's no reason for them to know about my brothers, and in the same token I'm not going to give my brothers any updates on their exes even if they ask me.
But do they
um
care?
um I don't like maybe when my younger brother was younger he might have asked me like, hey, how's such and such doing. But now that we're older he doesn't really care. Like I know that I had wanted to get my daughter's hair braided, and his ex
Mm-hmm.
braids
Mm-hmm.
hair like because she's braided my
Yep.
hair.
Yep.
And I was like, hey, are you cool with me having her braid Amina's hair? And he was like, yeah, 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 no, that's cool. Just like, don't talk to her about me. And I was like, you know what? Then never mind. He's like, no, 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 no. You do what you want. You do what you want. Like it's fine. Like we're not on bad terms or anything like that. Like, but I don't talk to her. She doesn't talk to me. But yeah, like just don't. I was like, no, 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 because even though you say you're cool, that statement right there, like, don't talk to her about me. Not to say like, don't tell me what to do, but it was like, you're saying that statement says to me that you're uncomfortable. So I'm just not gonna ask her, and that's fine. And I didn't ask her. Um, and I do know that one time, like, one of my other brothers got really upset because
Mm.
I had found his ex on Facebook because my mom had asked me to look for her, and so we found her, and and so he got really upset, and like it took a while for him to like stop being mad at me about it. Like I only laugh now because I cried about it at the beginning
No. But
because he
what's the
was
big
really
deal?
mad.
You just found her on
No,
Facebook.
because of whatever happened. Like I don't know what happened,
Mm.
And so, and there's a 14-year age gap between us, because no matter how close I am with my older brothers, they're still my older brothers. Like, they're 14 and 13 years older than me. So, like, they were basically full ass adults by the time I was like 6, 7, 8. So, like, again, as close as I am with my brothers, there's still that level of like, you're my older brother by a lot. And so I have to respect your privacy as my older brother. And so I think for him, it was just like, listen, this happened with this person. Um, I don't communicate with them anymore, and you crossed a line. And even though it was just me, like, being like, well, I think I was like in my 20s, early 20s when it happened, and I was just like, oh, I didn't think about it, like, oh, I just wanted to see what she was doing. And my mom was like, oh, what is she doing now? And because she had more questions than I
Ah,
did,
no,
so I
not
was
what
just
is she
like,
doing now?
I think she just wanted to she just wanted to see, like, okay, this person was in our lives and they are no longer in our lives. Why? And
Typical
like,
like mom behavior.
so, but yeah, but like, and like you said, I'm also like still friendly with my ex's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and for me, that has to, I think it's the same, for me, the reason why I'm still friends with her, or friendly with her, or on friendly terms with her, is because she had nothing to do with it. And I separate her from him. And I guess in the same way, that's how I kind of see my friendliness towards my brother's exes, is that I separate these women from my
Mm.
brothers. And so it's like they're individuals. And aside from my oldest brother, with when he got upset with me, like, if my brothers were to flat out tell me, like, yo, this person is an extreme bitch and she caused me a lot of trauma, and like, she did like horrific things to me, they haven't told me that. So
So you're like, what?
I was like, again, I'm not gonna invite them to like the birthday parties, or like, you know um
What if they invited you somewhere?
I don't think I would go. I don't think I would go, because it would be weird, because it's like, just like last year, my ex's sister, well, we weren't exes at the time, but my ex's sister invited me out for her birthday, and I went because at the time I was still in a relationship with him.
But then she
And
invited you to something else when you were exes.
yes, she did. And she was very much like, I don't give a fuck what my brother thinks. You and I are friends.
Drama.
Um but then I had to like really think about, like, if I mean, I there's that event's not happening anymore. So um
What was I supposed to be?
I'll tell you later. Um but like, it's not like the universe was like, nah, girl, you was already on the
I
fence about
told you.
going.
I was like, me? I feel like no, an ex, like there's no reason to stay friends. I have enough friends. Like I don't like I'm not really close with my siblings, but even if I were, I'm not gonna be like, hey, let me hit up my sister. My sister's like weird ex-boyfriend. Like, nah,
But
I'm
see, that's different. Like, if
so
you never had a relationship
sad.
with your siblings, boyfriend or girlfriend, then yeah, it would be weird if after they broke up you hit him up. But again, because of how close I am with my brothers, I would also get close to their partners.
But even
So it was
so,
like,
like,
and because I'm an amazing person.
I don't know. I would rather be like, you know what? This is where the story ends for you.
Listen, if it's been years that they're together, like I think one of my brothers dated someone for like a month. You think I became like, I met that person? I didn't stay friends with them. I didn't go seeking them out. But like, the people that they've been in a relationship for years, like, you put in years. I had to like be this person's, like, see this person every time you brought them around. I had to like, they were in my life. I was in their life, more or less. Especially like if it's like that they spent time, like when they spend time with your family, like genuine, like beyond. And I think that's one of, and I don't think because you told me, but like my ex's sister has said that to me. She's like, my brother has had exes before and I didn't like any of them. I like you because you weren't coming to me as like, oh, let me be friendly with her because that's my boyfriend's sister and I have to be friendly with her, that way you can know, like, brownie points. Like I was legitimately just like, hey, what's up, my name is Crystal, nice to meet you. And I would talk to her because, like, I wasn't trying to, like, win his favor by being friends with his sister. Like, I was just being myself. And that's, so it's like,
I'm not like regular girls. I'm a fun girl.
and I appreciate her telling me that because, like, I didn't, like, that was one of the things that it's like, you can tell when someone is, like, being fake. And so it's like, I don't want to do that. So like the worst that could have happened with his sister was that she would have been like, I don't like that bitch, like you should break up with her. But in reverse, she was like, hey girl, my brother's an asshole, you should break up with him.
You gotta break up with him, girl. Trash, trash city.
Trash city bitch, trash city bitch. Anyways, so again, I for me it's like, I understand that it's weird, but again, if it's someone that you've had a relationship with, that your sibling or your friend has. Now I feel like, okay, now when it comes with to friends and their exes, I feel like that one's a
Right. Like
lot trickier.
let's say you were friendly with one of my exes, you wouldn't stay friends.
I mean, there's only one of your exes that I'm friendly with,
Yeah.
and that's because
Right.
you're okay with him. So yeah, but if
Right.
you weren't
I mean,
okay
but you're
with
not gonna
him,
be
you're
like,
like,
hey, let's have a party and let's like
oh
invite him. Be
no.
like, no, 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 no. We don't gotta do that.
No, but like
That's
when
okay.
he showed up to your dad's wake, I was like, "Hey, oh my God, what's up?"
Everybody was
The
like,
other one,
oh
I was like, "You."
my God. Not both of them at the
The other one, I
same
was like,
party.
"You're here."
That's a
And then
whole
one
nother
trying to,
story for another day. That was something else. Not at
he
the
was doing too
wake.
much.
Now I think about it in hindsight and I'm like, this bitch really was out here like his suit is ugly.
Trying to show someone up at a wake.
Like, what? Do you know why we're here? That was a red flag.
Dearly beloved, we gather here today, um, to celebrate this thing called life.
Like what?
Um, but yeah, no, like I feel like being friends with your friend's ex is different. Like it's a different vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can't verbalize what makes it different. Like why it's like a hard stop. Like there's no, like, except, like I feel like there's no exception to these,
Well,
like,
because
unless.
you're trying to say like it's different with family because it's like you grew up with this person, so that makes it like a different
Like there's
thing.
different, like, yeah, there's a different type of attachment, I guess.
Like you had
Uh,
Thanksgiving with her. We can't just cut her off.
yeah,
She
she's
made
been,
the sweet
she
potato
was at
pie.
she was at the quinceañera.
Come on.
She
She's
made the little
family.
gifts for the
But
quinceañera.
this
Come
dude,
on, like, yo, like my younger brother's ex girlfriend is a baker. She made my birthday.
mm-hmm.
It's like she made my birthday cake. She's made my daughter's birthday cake, my older brother's birthday cake. Like
Side note,
she's done my daughter's name.
remember when she made the cake and she used all that blue dye and then all the kids were pooping blue for like 3 days?
Oh, for my daughter's second birthday, yes, I do recall. I do
That was
recall.
funny.
I do recall. Yes,
It was
very
a
much
lot of
so.
blue.
It was a lot of blue.
It was a Finding Nemo theme. So ocean.
Yeah, ocean, ocean cake. She made an avatar cake. She made a lot of cake, but it's like, But like I wouldn't like she there've been times where I was like she'll like walk the bridge and I remember one time she was like, "Hey." I was like, "Oh my god, you're walking the bridge. I didn't know you could walk that bridge." And she's like, "Yeah, I do that. It's exercise. So let me know if you ever want to like come walk with me." I was like, "Yeah." I never told her. I
Mm.
think it was more like a common courtesy.
Like that meme that people are like, "Oh my God, let's get together this summer," said to people who are never gonna get
Never
together
get
this
together.
summer.
Mhm. Um but yeah, I think there's just a different set of rules
For family.
and for family, for friends. I mean, like I said, my most recent ex, I'm still. And here's the thing too, it's a lot of my exes or the ones that I care about, um, like they're like I'm still like social media friends with their sisters. I've blocked them, but I'm still friends with their sisters.
We're still working
So
on
it's like,
ourselves.
listen, again, their sister didn't do anything to me. It's their brothers that were the
Block
issue.
City. But she's cool.
But she's cool. Like, they didn't do anything. Now, if I find out that you're going to go tell your brother shit about me, then you're going to get blocked too. Because I always find out. And that's another thing that I don't understand why people don't understand. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah,
Don't be gossiping, basically.
like don't talk about me. Please keep watch me, but don't watch me. You know what I'm saying?
Don't watch
Like
me. Watch TV.
okay, like as someone who's remained friends with my siblings' exes and friends with the my ex's siblings, what your mom did, that's all you told me, unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Oh,
Unacceptable.
my mama.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. There was a reason why, and she's just like, mm.
My mom is, let's say, a people pleaser and doesn't like to disappoint people.
Is it that she has an issue with boundaries,
The boundaries as well. And this was
setting
an
them,
issue with
abiding by
the
them?
yeah, this was an issue with my sister's very problematic ex. Um yeah.
We don't have to say what happened. Just
Right.
know that what happened wasn't cool.
You know what you did. No, I'm joking. I'm not joking.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, you gotta be loyal. I'm like, not loyal. Not loyal out here. Fake. Can't be talking to exes.
I think the only people that again that get away with it are the parents. But then again, it's to a degree like what your mom did that wasn't cool. Um, like if Amina were to have an ex, which she's gonna because we all do.
At some point, we all do. Sure.
If they were like, "Hey, Miss Crystal," and I'm like, "What up, you little
Bitch.
what do you want?" And it will also depend. Like if she comes to me, it's like, "Mom, this person broke my heart, and I've blocked them, and please don't let them come around the house anymore, and stop being their Facebook friend, and please do unfollow them on TikTok." I'll be like, "Sure, baby." Also, tell me what happened because I want pochinche. But sure, baby, whatever you want.
And I'm coming with like Robert De Niro energy from Untouchables. I want his family dead. I want his wife dead. I want to piss on his ashes. Nothing in between.
uh Goes back to the Hydron Collider. Hadron Collider. Things has been wacky.
That collider is out there somewhere.
But again, I feel like it's up to, most people say I'm a friendly person, so I think that also plays into it. So like if you're not a friendly person, then nah, don't do that shit. And also again, boundaries. And if it's like if one of my brothers were to tell me that they like you know if one of my brothers were to tell me that their ex actually assaulted them, then I'm not gonna be cool with that person. I'm not gonna.
A bolt.
I was trying not to say it because it could be triggering. Actually assaulted.
Oh, okay. I thought you were having a problem with your words. I'm sorry.
I often do.
I was like, she having a stroke? What's she saying? Bolted? What kind of word is
Actually
that?
assaulted.
I'm like, does she mean assaulted?
I did.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and just like, I wouldn't expect my ex's siblings, if they found out that their sibling hurt me in that manner, to assume that I'm going to be okay with being their friend, because it's like, yeah, you're separate from your brother, but also your brother's a fucking scumbag. And
Mm,
so
mm.
we're not going to be, we can't continue this friendship. I'm so sorry.
Are you going to continue to be your recent ex's sister's friend?
I mean, yeah, she didn't do anything. Like, she didn't
Just
do
wondering.
anything. Like, we're
Keep that
not as
going.
close as we were. Like, I think we used to check on each other, like, I think every week. And now I think I checked on her. She told me something 2 weeks ago. And then I checked on her last week. And then her birthday was on Sunday. So the
Mm,
happy birthday. And like when I was checking on her, um, she was just like, "Oh, how are you? Are you okay? Because I have been worried about you too, and I want to make sure you're okay because you've been through a lot in the past year." And I was like, "I really appreciate that, and I am fine, and like I'm good." And she's like, "Great." Like I'm not like because what I've been through in the past year, and so it's like
okay.
you know. So I really appreciate that, and like that again. If you're a genuine person, you know, like, am I gonna go sleep over at her house? No. But hitting each other up and seeing, oh, how you doing? Is everything okay? How are your parents? Because her parents are a little bit older than my parents, so it's like, how are your parents doing? How are you doing? Um, yeah, and I make sure not to ask her about her brother because I don't care. And I had to tell her to stop telling me about her brother because she would like randomly drop information in there.
That's where it gets tricky.
And so I was like, hey, you don't need to feel the need to update me about him. Like, she wouldn't do it all the time, but like things that she would feel were
Like,
pertinent, I
you know what?
guess.
You could just be like, you know what? We can just pretend that he died,
It's not nice.
if that helps. And we can just never speak about him again. He's in the past.
Yeah, but I had to tell him, like, listen, you know, you don't need to worry about me finding out about your brother or anything like that. Like, if there's something that I really need to know in regards to him, I'm gonna find out anyway. It's always how it works. Don't worry about it. Like, it's fine. And she's like, okay. I was like, okay. Anyways, have a good night. Uh,
Well, I guess that leads us down to what we're doing right.
mhm.
What are we doing right? Are we doing anything right?
I'm pretty sure we are. I'm pretty sure.
I did my global entry application and I actually have my interview tomorrow.
Mm.
And for those who don't know, global entry is like the TSA pre-check, except it's for traveling globally. So you can go through customs easier because you were checked beforehand through customs. You got to go through a whole process. But
Mhm.
because when we went to Cancun, do you remember that how it was getting through that airport? I was like, nah,
Mhm.
never again. I will gladly pay $100 to never have to go through that situation again. It was,
I hear good things about this global entry,
and it
and
makes me
but the
feel like
thing,
I'm somebody.
but
You
see,
what me?
you have to just pay for
Global entry.
yourself. I have to pay for two people. That's
I
the issue.
mean, do you?
Yeah, why am I gonna get global entry for myself and not for my daughter? That makes no goddamn sense.
For when you go away without her.
But she would still need it when I do go away with her. And I'm not gonna go through that process twice. I'm not gonna go through that process separately. I might as well just get us both global entry. Because it works both globally and nationally. So,
It does. I just want to be like that girl. Me? Oh no, I'm not waiting on this line. I actually have a global entry. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go to the Starbucks. So yeah, this is not. I don't do these lines. That's not
but
me.
you know,
Yeah.
eventually, soon, everyone's gonna have global entry and it's just
No,
gonna be
I
the same.
know. That's why they have like so it started with like the TSA pre-check and then everyone started doing TSA pre-checks and they invented like clear, which is like
Mm-hmm.
another thing, and that's like even more money, but the line is shorter. And it's like, no.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That sounds classist.
Yeah. They get you coming and going on these planes. You know what I mean?
Sounds classist. It sounds capitalistic.
It
On
is. It all is. You
it's
gotta
it's
pay.
you know
You're paying to travel, you're paying to get to the lines faster, you're paying for your bags, you're paying for the food, you're paying for a better, more leg room, you're paying for getting on the plane first.
borders are bullshit. Okay. Like I had to say that to Amina the other night because my mom
Wait,
was watching something
what?
about people trying to cross into Central America through a
Mm-hmm.
river, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
cross from Colombia to Panama. There's a river in Panama. People had to cross it. People were dying while trying to cross it, and she happened to be watching the documentary while she was doing my daughter's hair, and my daughter happened to by accident see someone get swept away in the river and die, and so she's traumatized now, and she's like, but why does this happen? And why are people so mean? And why can't people just. And I was like, because my mom, I guess, tried to explain to her, like, they're running away from poverty and, fighting and all this stuff. And she's like, why are people so mean? I was like, listen, Amina, years ago, way back when, there were no such thing as borders. People just traveled where they wanted to on foot. But then, as countries and civilizations started to occur, they started to make borders. And like, you can't come here because you don't look like us. So, borders are ridiculous, and they're the reason why people have a tough time living and going wherever they want to go. If there weren't any borders, people wouldn't feel the need to have to cross dangerous ass rivers
Mm.
or bodies of water to get
Oceans,
from one
yeah.
place to another. So that's why. And so I was like, borders are bullshit. I didn't say that to her, but I was like, borders are they're unnecessary, but that's what we have.
Work samples.
So
I'm
I
glad
think
she
once
knows
we
that.
I mean, listen, I try to teach my daughter as much as possible without sounding like one of those people that's like um bunker people where they're like, listen, the government's after you. And the sky is falling.
It's
So you
giving
need
my uncle
to.
who's in a militia.
I don't want to be that. So
So my
I try to
cousin,
give her.
listen, guys, we tried to be nice, but if there's like an apocalypse, we're not gonna have room in the bunker. It was like, oh, okay, got it.
Thanks.
That's fine. You got the bunker. I'll be fine with my kids.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
I
Hate it. Don't like
mean,
it.
be prepared, but also prepare for what? When the grid goes down?
Yes.
Or I see
Yes.
things like when like we get hit by like a nuclear bomb. What are you really gonna do? What you think? What do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna just stay in your bunker for a week, and then what? You gonna come outside and just go to Chase Bank and go to Target?
If the Y2K preppers taught us anything, is you can never be too prepared, but also, yeah, what are you gonna do? And if we take anything from that classic Brendan Fraser movie Blast from the Past,
Talk about it. Talk about it. Should be
listen,
shown in every school. Every school should show this movie.
this is what happens. This is what
It's real
happens. They
life.
were well prepared, but he came out not knowing anything, but he was also very innocent.
What was that called? Encino Man?
And Steel Man was another one. He likes to pay people in the past.
Wait, what was the one you're talking about?
Blast from the Past, Alicia
Blast from the
Silverstone, Christopher Walken.
Past. Blast from the Past and Encino Man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 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 Both times. Precious baby Brendan. Stuck
Mm.
in the past. In modernity, learning about the today, and yeah, you know.
Bitch, Blast from the Past. I could not.
It's
What
a good
did
movie. Like, it's so cute. It's so cute. You need to watch it
I
again.
should watch it
Christopher
again?
Walken, come on.
Nah, he killed someone. Let's not get crazy.
He did? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Natalie Wood.
yeah. It is
He pushed
suspected.
her off that boat with
They don't
what's his
have proof
name?
yet.
What's that old other white man's name? Hmm?
The other old white man.
You know who I'm talking about. He's on a TMC. Robert Wagner. Okay. Oh, she just fell overboard and no one heard her. The two of them together. You know what I mean? Come on, I'm not stupid. You thought, you thought.
um, did I do anything right this week? Um, I was living my best life this weekend. Um, what did I do Friday? I can't remember what I
You
did.
saw Thor.
I saw Thor. Thank you so much. I did see Thor. I did shed a tear. I appreciated Thor.
Wow,
Um,
it's embarrassing.
Saturday, no, it's not. And I told you already, a lot of people are questioning your sanity at the way that you speak about Marvel movies. Saturday was a whirlwind adventure. You and I trekked through
It
Manhattan.
was an all day event, guys. Like when people say they're outside, I go, no, I'm literally just out in the street for like 12
Like,
hours.
I feel like I haven't done, but it was nice because it was very simple. Like, we weren't doing anything super crazy, but it was like the walking, and then the like, because we didn't really schlep anything around, but we did.
Yes, I did.
You did. You had two bags full of stuff. Um, but it was nice because what we went to
We
go. We
carried those
started.
little fucking cacti around all day.
We did. I named mine. Mine is named Celeste. She's on my window,
Mine's on
my
my
little
desk
windowsill.
at work.
Um, but yeah, so like we went to the movies, like, and then we brought like cactuses, and then I know, very random, and then we went to a street fair, and then we went to another movie,
We got bubble
and so
tea.
we got bubble
It was my
tea,
first time having bubble tea.
and she liked it.
It was good. I got the Tara one with the little chewy little bubbles, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yum.
Mm-hmm. So you're the second person that I convinced to try bubble tea this week. I'm sorry to the first person, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. B, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay?
What
But
happened? Did it spill on her?
so no, so what happened was I was like, I'm gonna get bubble tea, and she was like, I've never tried bubble tea, and I was like, you should. And so I sent her the menu, and I was like, just order it, and I'll go pick it up. I'll pick it up for the both of us. She's like, great. And so she was like, okay, well, I've never had bubble tea. I don't know if I'm gonna like the bubbles. And so she loves coffee. So she's like, I'm gonna get coffee with bubbles in it. And so I was like, cool, 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 cool. Got it. Came back, and she was drinking it, and she's like, okay, cool, 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 cool. This is good. And she's like, okay, what are the bubbles made out of? And I had to think about
It's like
what they were made
tapioca.
of. So I had to think about what they were made out of, and then I had to remember if she didn't like that. So I was prepping myself to tell her, and my other coworker goes, tapioca! And she goes, "Bleh!" And I was like, oh no.
She
I was
threw
like,
up.
this is what, she didn't throw up, but she like, "Mm." And I was like, no, this is why. Like, I was trying to remember if she liked tapioca or not. And he's just blurting it out. And she's like, oh, sorry. And so, like, she's like, I don't want any more. And I was like, no. So she ended up just
Really?
drinking. She just ended up drinking. It's the consistency. There are people who don't like the like certain things. Like, you don't like slime because for you it's wet.
It's
Even
not
though
slime that I don't like.
no, but remember when Amina tried to give you slime and you were like, no,
This is
this I don't want to touch it. It feels wet.
it because yeah, it felt like snot. I was like, girl, and it's like dirty. Like let's put this away. No,
But there are people who have a consistency thing. So it's like I think that's what it is for her. It's just like the consistency of tapioca,
I
even
just
though
give it a
the
chance.
but she did. She did give it a chance. She's like,
Well,
this
she's like
tastes good,
liking
but
it
then
until you were like,
but that happens. But that happens. Like once you know what it is, then it's like never mind. Like remember when I stepped on the on the rat?
oh, guys, the really sad part of Gay Pride. We were having a great day, and we were at the end of the parade route, and there was like a little dance party, an impromptu dance party, or like feeling ourselves and dancing to Cher and whatnot. And then as we're walking along, we stepped on something squishy, and it was a rat carcass.
Yeah,
Um,
had
yeah,
been trampled,
in the
and
street.
and
Mm-hmm.
so like see if it was anything else. Like if we never looked back to see what it was, I would be like, oh, I stepped on something. Let me clean the
Like
bottom of my
food. You would have thought it was
shoe.
like food or
Like food,
something.
yeah. But no, because I knew what it was, my brain was like, oh, you have guts on the bottom of your shoe. And so it kept my nerves kept replaying the sensation of my sneaker stepping in it. And so I was like wilding for like 5 minutes. I was like, no, I have to clean. I'm like rubbing my foot on the asphalt, in the
like
grass,
like a
against a
cat, like a
tree.
cat with anxiety, just like
Yeah, because I
must
was like,
get clean.
I was like, it was past me trying to get my sneaker clean and more trying
You kept saying it
to
was the
override the
sensation.
feeling. Yeah, to
They,
override the sensation of the squish. I had to do
mm,
something else because
mm.
my brain was like, no, no, no. Remember, you just stepped in something squishy. Remember what that was? And I was like, can't do this.
R.I.P. Little Ratty. You deserve
R.I.P.
better
Ratatouille.
on
He
that Gay
did.
Pride weekend. Oh yeah, another thing. Working out. I did my first bench press. Okay, and on the squat rack, I did a lot. I did like 2 plates.
Look at you.
I was like, yes, I feel all though my back, my booty. I'm just like, oh, a bitch can't even walk today. But I was like,
I
look at
did it.
me living, pushing
Living my
this
best
weight.
life.
Come on.
Remember you used to sing that song a lot? Living my best
Living,
life.
living my best life. I try to do that, but people bring me down.
Mm. My daughter asked me the other day if I was living my best life, and I said, I'm trying.
Trying, trying. Every day I wake up and I'm like, today's gonna be the day. And then something happens and then I forget to eat lunch. And I'm like, my head hurts. I'm tired. Why am I
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
here? Ordered
I
food from Uber Eats and the guy couldn't figure out where I was.
stop ordering food from Uber Eats. That's the issue.
I
It's
guess.
Uber Eats.
I know.
Maybe if
I
I
know.
sit up, my neck will no, but then my laptop is too low. So I have to sit like this. I like it Picasso. Yeah, I think that's it. I
I
think
think that
I
is
think those are
it.
those.
We've come to the conclusion of our episode. We delayed it long enough. We were tired because we went to our Lizzo dance party on Sunday as well.
We did do that as well.
And we
In
were tired on
preparation for the Lizard
Sunday.
concert.
Yeah. Come on, get ready for Lizzo, her new album. Like, what? Let me see what day we're gonna see her in the garden in I want to say September. No, Lil Nas X is September 21st. She is October 2nd, Sunday.
Ow, that's how I'm
Pew, pew,
bringing
pew,
them
pew,
my
pew.
birthday.
And we're still full ready to take Amina to that Lil Nas X concert. We're gonna have a great time.
She asked me about that. She's like, oh, first she was like, why do you have that wristband? What's that ticket for? Where did you go? And I was like, oh, I went to a Lizzo thing. And she's like, without me? And I was like, yes. And she was like, when are we gonna go to the Little Nas X thingy? I said, the concert? She's like, yeah. I was like, we're going. It's in September. She's like, okay, just making sure.
Oh, we're still going. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time. I can't imagine not having a great time, to be honest.
Mommy, I can't see. Pick me up. No. That's all I foresee for myself. So, pray for me, y'all. I know. You're making choices. It's your choice to take her. I'm aware of that.
Yeah, but she's not the first child to go to a concert.
It's just the having her be able to see the stage part.
But other kids have seen the stage. I
No,
feel
I
like
mean like I don't mean like, oh, I don't want her to see the stage because there might be graphic things. I was like,
no,
she's
yeah,
too
I mean like other
short.
kids have been able to see it. Like I feel like people be taking their kids to see like Taylor Swift and shit. Like they're like 6. What are these kids seeing?
But what
They
I'm
got a
saying is
screen
she's
on them.
too.
Look up as a
I
screen. They got a
guess
screen.
I guess that's true. She could see the screen. It's
It's gonna work out. It's gonna be great.
her dancing.
We're gonna be living. Gonna be
You
living our
seen
best life.
you seen her little dancing?
Yes. She was churning up.
I'm gonna send you a video of her dancing to "Satisfied" from Hamilton. She made up choreo to it. She
When
wants to put it on TikTok.
we were setting up for her birthday, and I put on the Hamilton soundtrack. She was singing along to most of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
She's a big fan. I can't wait to take her when the tickets. I can find affordably priced tickets.
I had to be like, you know what, Amina? I saw this show. The original cast, actually. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah, she did tell me that you told her that. Yeah,
I'm an important person. So you should know that about me.
I told her I saw it too. She's like, "What? You went with me?" I said, "You were like one."
Yeah, it was 2015. I saw it. She was like born. She was born in
Yeah, I saw it in
2014.
like. I think I saw it like 2018, 2017. I was like, "You were too little." I was gonna take you to no Broadway play. Man, shut up.
But I saw Hamilton. I saw the little boy well, he was a little boy then, from Blackish.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was listen, 2015, everybody was seeing Hamilton.
That
With
was the
everybody up in there. That was
that was a hot
it.
ticket.
I tried to stage door afterwards. I saw David Diggs, Anthony Ramos.
My booze. Well, not Anthony so much after what he did to
Well, whatever. We don't know what really happened. Who knows? They broke up. That's all we know.
Yep. Mm, 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 mm. I was
All
telling him.
right. Oh wait, what are you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just thinking about Hamilton. We were watching it again, and I was telling her how the one that plays the bullet is what's her name from West Side Story, and how she went from being what's her
Oh
name?
yeah, Ariana DeBose, right?
So like how she went from being ensemble in Hamilton to hosting the Tonys
Yes.
in like the span of what 6 years? Good for her.
Yeah,
Good for her.
she did it. She won an Oscar.
Yeah, she won an Oscar. So she has a Tony, right, as ensemble for Hamilton.
And she's in Westworld. Who's watching Westworld, guys? What are the robots doing in Westworld right now? What is going on with
I
them?
I was trying to watch the movie, the original movie that the show
Oh
is based
no.
off of from the 1970s, and I was like, I already got bored.
So me, because I am just like the worst, very chaotic. I watched like the first season fully, like loved it, and saw most of the second season, but then at some point I like stopped watching it. I think now we're like in season 5 or 4. I've
Hmm.
just jumped back in fully in like the middle of the season. Like I'm just gonna catch up. I'm just gonna figure out where we are and figure it out. And so that's what I'm doing. I feel like it's fine.
Hmm.
I think I've caught up more or less.
Okay.
Some of the same people are there, and it's like a whole new thing. Like anybody could be a robot. Not only just that, but like they can make humans into robots, bitch. What?
I think that's what probably aside from the fact that I don't like watching shows when everyone else is watching them. Like, oh my god, like that's
I
one
don't
of
know
the
how you feel
reasons
about
why
robots.
yeah, that.
These robots, girl. Oof. And some of them, like, when they open up their face and it like does this.
Stop it. Just stop it. Keep it to yourself. I can go to sleep without that image in my head. Thank you so very much.
It's like in the it shows it in the movie. If you watch the movie, that's how they open like their face. Like those are like the older robots, and the newer ones don't do that. But it's the whole thing. And they like invented a virus. Bitch, these if there's one thing you can't do is trust a robot. I mean, well, there are good robots, so they're trying to help them. But then there are the bad robots that like created the virus. Bitch, why? Oh, because we were just like murdering you and raping you. Sorry, robots. We were just having fun in Westworld. Now all of a sudden you got a conscience and you're sentient. Thought
There
we were
was a
just it was like hitting a Roomba, and now it's Roombas come to life.
there was an episode of Black Mirror where the woman, her husband died, and so she had like a robot version of him made, and she was so happy until she was not. And then I felt
Yeah.
bad for the robot. And I was like, "Aw."
Yeah. They kind of did something like
Other
that in
ones to.
Westworld.
I was like, poor robot. Like the robot didn't get hurt, but like what ended up happening because the woman couldn't take it anymore. I was like, but all he was trying to do was do his function. Like I don't have a problem with robots in like in what they're meant to do.
I don't have a problem with robots,
I just
but
the I don't have a problem with the psychology of robots.
they
I
can
just have
live, but just not around me.
I just have like I know eventually by the time we're old women, like robots or something similar will be helping us. Like there's a
Are
version
our
of TikTok,
aides gonna be robots?
maybe
Robot aides in the nursing home?
androids. I don't know, maybe. Look how fast our cell phone technology
A
has
Samsung
advanced. You say your son,
is
yes.
gonna take care of us?
Um, but like I don't know what it's a what's a. I think it's the inorganicness of it is what.
I was gonna say some people don't like looking at robots because it some people feel creeped out because their mind looks at a robot like it's like a corpse, like a dead body. Like
Like a
I don't under
cadaver.
yeah, like I don't understand, like my mind can't understand what I'm looking at right now.
I
Because I
know
know it's not a human, but
some people might be affected by the uncanny valley because you know how some androids, especially in movies and like the prototypes, they look like humans, but they look dead-eyed, like in Polar Express, like in Chip and Dale.
uh
Uh,
Chip and
so remember,
Dale,
so remember when they were
Rescue
in the uncanny
Rangers.
valley?
I actually hate the Polar Express.
I've never watched it, but I
Oh my
understand.
God, it's horrible. Why like Tom Hanks is like so like fucking extra to those kids? Oh my
I don't
God.
know, but like I just feel like, and it's like I don't think it's an uncanny valley thing. I just think that it's something about a inorganic thing having organic capacities. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna sleep on it, and we're gonna figure it out.
Well, in Westworld, what happened was they like implanted someone's like
You're
mind.
ruining it for people who haven't watched it.
I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. I'm so sorry.
Are
On
you gonna watch
behalf,
it? Are you gonna watch
on
it?
be no, hold on. On behalf
Who's
of
watching it?
Get
Too
It Together,
late.
girl. I am so sorry that
You
she's
should have
spoiling
watched
the
it by now. You
episode
should have watched it by
for
now.
you.
This show premiered in like 2016. What year is it, guys?
Are you about to give a spoiler about this
This
season
is the
or the
last
first
season.
season?
This is like the second season.
Okay, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, the second season. It was like they're like they were trying to like I think it was, and I watched this a while ago. It was like implant someone's like mind or like their like consciousness. Like they died, but then transferred it into a replica robot. But then the robot kept like once the robot became aware of like, oh wait, what happened to me? I'm confused, and it would start to malfunction, and it had like robot dementia, and they're like, it's just not working.
So it sounds a little bit like Altered Carbon mixed with Blade Runner mixed with something else.
It was
Brothers, one
weird.
of you get what's the something else I'm thinking about. I await your text message when you fill me in on what's the other thing that I'm thinking about.
But yeah, Westworld, every creepy thing you can imagine happening with like a robot or any kind of scenario, like creating robots, it happens in the show. Watch the show. If unless you're like Crystal and you don't like robots, then
You know what really messed me up? Matrix. The fucking Sentinels.
what's wrong with them? They
That's.
just look like little centipedes.
But one movie that
It
does
was
that.
giving Doc Ock
Um,
with that bitch. Psh, psh.
AI with what's his face, the little boy
Oh, I
from.
hated AI.
What?
Oh, the worst.
That's such a good movie. I cry every time at the end. You really need to we need to talk about you calibrating your emotions because how do you not feel how do you not feel for the little boy? He just wanted a mom and he finally got to the blue fairy and he got his wish and like she was alive and then she wasn't. He just wanted when he ate the spinach because he was trying to be like a real boy. Come on. He just wanted a mommy. Yo, I can't watch that movie now that I have a kid. Cut it out. I was watching Slumdog Millionaire, and I started crying at the end. I know what happens,
I
but
don't think
once
I've
he
seen it, but still, I mean,
watch it, it's such a good movie.
it looked pretty good. As people get to know me, I don't really watch anything. To be real honest, I watch Bob's Burgers. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race for the most part, unless the ones that are on Paramount Plus, because I don't have that. And Dr. Pimple Popper.
But I think the Bob's Burgers movie is on Hulu.
Yeah, and it's coming to HBO Max soon too. And that's why I know about Blade Runner because they had an episode of Bob's Burgers that was like Blade Runner a little bit.
You should watch the. Did you ever watch the original Blade Runner? You should watch it.
People always be like, "What do you watch?" Like, I don't. I watch like weird shit, like the fucking movie with uh Ryan Gosling where he's in love with a little mannequin.
I think I know which one you talk about. Are you gonna watch the new one that he's in on Netflix? That's coming out like on
Ken and
Friday.
Barbie.
No,
Oh, what are you
no.
talking about?
The Gray Man on Netflix. It's Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Regé-Jean. I forget how to say his last name. I know how to say his first name, but I forget his last name all the time. The guy from Bridgerton, action movie. I think Billy Bob's in it. I look forward to seeing that because Chris Evans looks like that whatever that cartoon is with the superhero with the old man with the mustache. Every time I see Chris Evans in that movie, in the trailers for that movie, he reminds me of that cartoon. Um,
I like Chris Evans. Chris Evans is cute. I like him.
but you should watch Blade Runner. It's based on a sci-fi novel called "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?"
Do you? It dreams of me turning it off. Bitch, give me a
It's like
break.
POV, my Android phone. Just you. It's like it just hits your
How
finger.
do I know that I've been poisoned? Go back, go back, go back, go back. How do I wait? Go back, go back, go back. Right around what? Right around the face? How red? Only 50% battery.
You should really do that TikTok. That brought me such joy.
That's
Thank you.
me
Thank you so
all
much.
day.
Chewing gum. This shit.
Get me cookies. I may be poisoned. Is there a microchip in my cookies? Micro.
I would advise if you are listening to this on Spotify right now, cut it, Go to YouTube and then rewind, then fast forward to this part so you can see what the fuck she's doing on this screen
Uh,
and why I'm laughing so hard.
I be doing it. I be Googling weird things. We all Google
Mm,
weird things.
do we?
I think so.
Mm.
Should I share something personal?
I mean, if you want to.
Do I have it here?
Who's gonna stop you? Not me.
Where? Knocking everything over. So, I'm going to share something, guys. When I was younger, I had a fear of yeast infections, as many young girls
No, we didn't. Okay.
right? Right? You'd be perfectly happy watching The Price is Right, and then suddenly you're hit with Vagisil commercial or Monistat. Like, is this my future? Sick in my vagina? What? Like, I was afraid. No.
Stick in your vagina.
Yes. What? Infection? Where? To me? And so, like, I would, at least when I was younger, I was like, okay, this doesn't apply to me because I'm a child, but I knew it was coming for me.
Mm.
Like, it's going to happen because clearly it happened to this nice looking lady in the commercial. I found these things on Amazon. It's called, I don't know where I put it, but it's somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's called, this is not an ad, but I'm just saying it's called the Killer. So if you have like any kind of like irritation or any kind of like issue, you use these, get your shit in order quick. I used to use that. You ever use Monistat? You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, so, all right, guys. So Monistat, it's like a little, it looks like a pill and it's like this big and you put
Like
it
a
in
little egg.
right, and you put it in a applicator and you put it up your vagina. And then your body heat will melt it and it becomes like cream and it'll like kill whatever is in there. And me, I'm on the pill. I get yeast infections pretty often, especially in the summertime, just like happens. But like, these are great. This stuff, that's a game changer.
So you
Game changer,
just
bro.
you just take that one orally.
No.
Mhm. Uh huh. Mhm. Mhm. Here it is. Uh huh.
So it looks like a little pill. Like it's bigger than this, but it's sort of like that. And then you're gonna just put it up there, and you go to bed. And you know, if you have any kind of like yeah, just like any like itchiness, or you feel like you're getting a yeast infection, or just like all that. Boop. Because I was like on Amazon, and I'm like, this was like the number one thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna try it. Girl, it's good. I wanted to share that because I feel like people don't know. See, it says for healthy vaginal yeast balance, because also like if your pH balance is off, if you like slept with someone with like a dirty dick,
Mhm.
healthy vaginal bacteria balance, fresh vaginal odor, normal vaginal pH levels. It is dairy free and gluten free. Um,
Imagine
yeah.
having a lactose intolerance down there.
Mm-mm.
uh,
Mm-mm. But yeah, I'm a fan. I like it. Boric acid is what it is. It maintain
yes.
normal levels of yeast for a healthy vaginal environment.
I saw TikTok where a woman, what's her name? That she's the one that has like the conversations with the heart and the brain and the Katie, I think her name is. So she
Mm-hmm.
had one where it's like POV, you're at your gynecologist and he's like, hey, and she's like tells the nurse, hey, I need you to get me this is a prescription for boric acid. Yeah, no, you need it. I smell a little bit of BV, and so I had to Google what boric acid is, and I was like,
That was me on my phone the other
okay,
night. Why does boric acid work so good?
and I was like, wait, it's used in rat poisoning, and I was like, no, thank you.
It's fine. No. I mean, like, this is good. This is good stuff. Not for oral consumption, obviously. Keep out of reach of children. Don't use if you're pregnant or nursing. Don't use more than one suppository once a day for longer than 14 days. I listen,
Use code Lisa 20 or 20% off.
I'm just saying. I don't know, especially like in the summer, like, and you like today and it's hot and it's sticky outside, and like no matter what you do, you're sweating. You just like be sitting and you're still sweating. Hate it.
Yes.
It's just not, it's just not it.
Mm, I think we need to leave them with that.
Yeah. And that's a good finishing spot. So, all right,
Yeah,
guys.
but a bump.
I'm glad you all learned a lot. So did we in our episode 8.
We learned about
Um,
vaginal health. We learned
mhm.
about astrophysics. We
Yes.
learned about boundaries.
Hmm.
Yes.
And robots.
And robots.
All important. We'll be back in another 2 weeks, unless we decide to take a little vacay.
I feel like
We
we
could take
could
a
take
vacay.
I feel like we should make it to episode 10, just to round it out, and then we take a vacay.
We'll think about it. Because the summer's gonna be almost over.
Yeah, and then we could like start fresh in the fall with new
Ah, I
episodes.
want to have my fun summertime now.
We
Living
can
our
talk
life
about
in the
this later.
streets,
We can talk
having
about
henny
this later.
coladas and henny nutcrackers. What? Come on, guys. Who's with me?
Anyways,
All right. Well, you've been listening to Get It
get it
Together,
together,
girl.
girl. Bye.
Bye.